1815, O'Connell called the all-Protestant Dublin Corporation beggarly. John de Stair, a young alderman, decided to take offence, and he challenged O'Connell to a duel. By the time the two confronted one another at Bishopscourt in County Kildare, the whole affair had assumed epic proportions. So Brian, why Bishopscourt?
Well, Bishopscourt was just outside Dublin at the time, and that was important. It was out of sight of the authorities. It was also outside the county boundary, because O'Connell had been bound to the peace a few days before by Judge Day in Dublin, and that he wouldn't provoke a duel.
So this is the spot. This is where the monument was, marking the spot.
Yes, the base of it here is all that's left at this stage.
In our time, the notion of duelling seems so mad. But just standing here and knowing that very likely this is where, from here and here, they would have approached one another. And O'Connell knowing that he could die. That's the thing that suddenly strikes you. That, okay, it was a matter of honour and all the rest of it, but that could have been kaput. And if he had gone, that was the end of the most powerful person in Ireland who stood on the side of Catholic emancipation and reform. Just boom, gone. Well, here we were, 1815, an afternoon where it was starting to get dark, I gather, starting to snow.
That's right.
What happened?
Yeah, I mean, basically the duel had been set up for 3:30 in the afternoon. De Stair arrived about 4 o'clock. They started making the arrangements, the seconds for the two duelists, setting them up. There's a report that O'Connell's second took O'Connell's cravat, which was white, made too good a target. Then when they were ready, I think the signal was the dropping of a handkerchief, and according to accounts, De Stair took a step to the left, moved forward and shot first. It hit the ground in front of O'Connell. O'Connell had fired in the meantime. De Stair fell. They had a doctor on the scene. They examined him and were satisfied that he wasn't seriously injured. So they went back to the city, and O'Connell later said that he had aimed low, and in fact the wound was in De Stair's thigh. And everyone was astonished the following day when they heard that De Stair had actually died.
When O'Connell discovered he'd actually killed the man, what was his reaction? I mean, I know his supporters' reaction was almost triumphalist, but what about his?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it added immeasurably, to O'Connell's reputation. He was now the Catholic champion. He was the man to go to if you were in trouble.
But remorse?
Absolutely. At heart, he was a pacifist. He deliberately tried not to kill De Stair, but that's what had happened. So, the tradition is that he was remorseful ever after during his lifetime.
So while the remorse may well have been genuine,
yeah,
the politician in him would not have minded it burnishing up his reputation.
Absolutely, yeah. Assume that, I think.
Daniel O'Connell was never to fight another duel. He never quite forgave himself for De Stair's death, and remorse only strengthened his commitment to purely peaceful means.